City's finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And a short pickup to about the 25. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Brian Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, Defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. Play action. It's Trubisky. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 54 yards. And the Bills are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third and 4. Now Darnold. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Walker now on 1st and 10. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The Seahawks at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to Walker on 1st down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Hey, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Play action. It's Darnold. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Walker will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Seven, our score after 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Edwards is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The give is to McLaughlin. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. On the handoff, McLaughlin knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky here going to change the play. A carry from McLaughlin. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That's caught. It's Coleman. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Completes it to Coleman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. This one complete to Coleman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action. Trubisky. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Play action. Now Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And now it's blocked, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Final shot before the break, Darnold. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there. We've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Trubisky will throw. Open man, and again it's Sutton. Touchdown, Bills. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bills have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Now Trubisky, they're going to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Boye Mafe.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Here we go, here we go.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
36.
And Trubisky going to change it up.
24's the mic. I'm coming after you. 24's the mic.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
What you got? Give me some. Give me some.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll run. It's McLaughlin. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They go play action with Trubisky. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 74 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Darnold throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the gun, it's Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Faking the give, Darnold. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Trubisky's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. That is into the hands of Coleman downfield. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Here's Darnold. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Here's 1st and 10. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Darnold on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Darnold to throw. Flushed out right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Charbonnet will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is 1st and 10. finding Sutton. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Motion, motion, motion.
Now it's Trubisky. Right side, and he finds Gray. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Trubisky. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here as he's taken down. The defense